When you first come into this world, you're extremely fragile, and most video games never even think about putting kids there because they could be in danger. But I am the Game Collector, and this is Second Opinion Games, and today we count down the top 10 dead babies in video games. I can't believe this is a thing.
Second Opinion Games.
Number 10, Captain Commando. This was an arcade hit. It was even released for the Super Nintendo with Captain Commando himself, or maybe even a ninja or a human knife. But what really blows my mind is that they have a baby in a mech suit named Babyhead. At the age of 2 and born in a lab somewhere as a super genius toddler, well, you're gonna beat up lots of people in a mech suit and destroy everything. Occasionally, you could even jump that mech suit into another mech suit and then catch other people on fire. But keep in mind, it's just a baby. One little hit to his soft little head and he is dead, my friend. And then you have to put in more quarters to bring him back to life. But who wants to see a baby take this much abuse? Man, this is just painful to watch from start to finish, which is why I'm always a little creeped out when I see people actually choose Babyhead in the arcade, because they just want to see this baby get punished hard, and I am not about that. Number 9, Chuck Rock 2, the son of Chuck Rock. After Chuck Rock defeated his enemies from the first game, he settled down with his beautiful wife and had a baby. And I bet you that baby's never gonna go hungry. And eventually, he was kidnapped because he builds cars and his rivals really wanted them to build cars for them. So it's up to the baby to save the day. Now, when you put babies and dinosaurs together, you're going to end up with lots of dead babies. However, this baby seems quite capable of holding his own against even the biggest creatures, smashing them with his club, and even platforming like a total champ. So this baby just never seems to die, at least until later stages when it gets really hard and it's hard to keep the baby alive. But of course you could say that this baby doesn't die all that much. So how about when he kills a mother in front of its children and they just sit there crying in a lava stage so they know they're gonna perish. And it isn't the only time he does it. He does it again later in the same level, killing another mother, and all their babies are gonna die too. So basically, there's babies dying everywhere in this game. Number 8, Mario Kart 8 for the Wii U and the Switch. Now, previous Mario Kart games had babies, but Mario Kart 8 took it to the next level with more babies than any other Mario Kart game. Of course, you have Mario, you have Luigi, you have Princess Peach, and you even have Princess Daisy here, and Princess Rosaline? Whatever her name is, you have all those babies. Now, putting them in a go-kart that goes quite fast seems like a horrible idea because they're babies. They don't have the motor skills to possibly control these carts. And also, when you add in bombs to blow them up, stars, or maybe even the high speeds with no freaking railing so they go running off the edge and die, you're gonna have total baby genocide. And when you play online, oh my god, look who's there. He's probably there for the baby genocide. This is just awful. Also, the online still works to this day for the Wii U, so hey, if you have it, you don't have to pay for that service. Number 7, Max Payne. It's an OG Xbox classic, running and gunning down druggies around every corner, diving and bullet time, switching between 2 guns in your bare hands or maybe just a Desert Eagle. Of course, you're eventually gonna stick with the shotgun through most of the game, and when you started off here, you're kind of a Boy Scout, just a straight A trooper. Now, the storyline here is almost plagiaristic to the Punisher. When you enter your house, you find that someone has broken in. There's also nothing on television whatsoever, and that's kind of sad. So you decide to say hello to your family, only to find there's people in the house and they murdered your baby, and that's just wrong. Oh, wait, it's moving a little bit. Okay, that took care of it. We're much better now. And then you move in and you find your wife's dead too. This is a horrible way to start a game, but boy does it ever set the mood and get me in the mood for killing a lot of druggies. Number 6, Splatterhouse II for the Sega Genesis. The Sega Genesis itself was a console for the bad boys, and Splatterhouse II was for the baddest of those bad boys. You wear a skull mask and slug everything with your fists, or maybe even 2x4s that you'll pick up. You know that you're a bad dude because other creatures that go bump in the night will run from you right into their own demise because they're that scared of you. You are so much a badass that you will punch chainsaws out of the air and then pick them up and use them on babies, undead babies, 4 of them that try to vomit on you. And this boss battle is tough and gross at the same time. Chainsawing these undead babies down is just disgusting. And eventually they all become very dead, and then I don't even know what this pile of meat that you're trying to destroy is, and then it explodes everywhere. Basically, 4 dead babies in a room, purely disgusting, and this game is super awesome. Number 5, Mighty Switch Force 2 for the Wii U, Switch, and basically any other modern console you could shake a stick at. This is an action platformer puzzle game with some firefighting elements. The main drive of the game is to rescue all the people and then take off to the next scenario. But there's babies here that are the challenges. Now you can just leave the level without saving the babies at all, meaning that they're gonna die from the fire that you never bother to put out. Basically, as soon as you save everyone, you get the heck out of there and you leave those poor babies to starve to death. But wait, it gets even worse. If you do happen to save the baby and figure out the right thing to do to get to them, well then you pick them up and then punt them off the screen while screaming, "You're safe." This is truly awful, and no matter how you look at it, whether the babies burn alive and you leave them behind or punt them, that baby is dead. Number 4, PT, the legendary download for the PS3 that no one could ever play again because Sony took it down off their store almost immediately because the game was just canceled out of thin air. You explore a creepy house and you hear a lot of creepy baby crying going on. If you feel like you have to take a waz, you'll go into the bathroom just to find out there's cockroaches everywhere, and it's so disgusting I don't even feel like taking that waz. So I figure I'd better wash my hands in the sink, and oh my god, there is a baby fetus that seems to somehow still be alive, and it gets grosser when it starts full crying like a baby. I never thought that I would find myself in a scenario where I'm in the bathroom with a crying, nearly dead fetus in the sink. At least, not again. And then the door starts opening and you about crap yourself because this is one of the most scary things ever to happen in a video game, and probably the scariest thing to ever happen in a tech demo. Number 3, Zombies Ate My Neighbors for the Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. In this game, you play as a kid, picking up all types of unlikely weapons, like silverware that is really effective against werewolves, and squirt guns that tend to mow down zombies really fast. A weed whacker will kill killer weeds, and you save a lot of people along the way, as well as plenty of cheerleaders, which I always enjoy saving, some dude hanging out by the pool, and yes, even some babies. Now, by the time you make it to level 8, you're really stocked up on weapons, and you're gonna need to because that's the level of the Titanic Toddler. When now this is a huge beast of a baby that will surely kill you and do you in unless you have a lot of potions and those special things that just kill everything on the screen and forcing you to kill the giant baby. He does end up turning into a baby that you then save, but after this level, the game starts getting really hard, really fast, and that means when you're dead, all the babies in the game are going to be dead from that point on because you're not around to save them, and this is still a really fun one. Number 2, Luigi's Mansion for the GameCube. When Luigi wins a mansion in a raffle that he never even signed up for, he's really surprised and goes there in the middle of the night, not knowing if it's hooked up to electricity or anything like that. And then things start to go pretty weird. Luigi, you are so dumb. Wait till morning, call an electrician, and then call an exorcist, because this place is full of ghosts and tons of money, so you better keep it and not just burn it down to the ground. Luckily, Luigi has his Poltergeist 3000, basically a vacuum cleaner that sucks and blows just like your mom, ghosts up, and then turns them into paintings later on in the game. The very first boss battle that you come across is a massive baby, and boy, is this wrong or what? Because someone would have had to kill an actual baby for this to be a ghost baby, for then Luigi to then kill again just to turn it into a painting that he's probably going to sell for a couple bucks at a flea market down the road somewhere. This whole game is wrong on a ton of different levels, and no one seems to ever call it out for it. Number 1, Baby Boomer on the Nintendo. Now let me lay this out for you. This is a light gun game where a baby walks across the stage continuously and you have to shoot all the obstacles that might get in said baby's way. If you're not fast enough, he might walk off a pit into his demise, or maybe even attacked by animals that could try and get him. But probably what's going to happen is you're going to end up shooting the baby itself, because the light guns just aren't that accurate. Even if you play with the controller, trying to move it in front or behind the baby quickly enough to kill the cat from eventually killing the baby, you're eventually gonna end up shooting that baby dead. And also, Baby in Baby Boomer has to know that he's gonna die, because where's he walking to? The cemetery. Yes, the second level of the game, you're putting that baby right in the cemetery where he belongs, and then he's gonna be attacked by bats and skeletons. Those bats are full of corona, my friend. You are as good as dead right then and there. And that's why this is my number 1 pick for dead babies in video games. But of course, that's just my opinion. Thanks for watching. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I had a great time making it, and even though the subject matter here was a little dark, I also think that it's extremely funny. See, I like doing the top 10s that no one else on YouTube will even touch. So if you have an idea for a video that you don't think anyone else will try, well, send it over to me and I'll give it my best shot. So until later, I will see you again, guys.